Well, I was fortunate growing up to have a lot of really great baseball coaches in high school and at the college level. I had the chance to play baseball at Johns Hopkins University under a Hall of Fame coach in Bob Babb. Felt like I learned a lot from him, and fortunately Greg Cannerstein, the former athletic director at Haverford College, gave me the opportunity to come here and coach, and I've been here ever since. The thing I like most about coaching at Haverford is the student athletes we get to work with. We get to deal with super smart, highly responsible, very mature student athletes who expect a lot from themselves and are wired to try to be great in everything that they do. That's a pretty great starting place for a coach to have at the college level. Our guys are giving us full effort all the time because they genuinely want to find out how good they can be. So we're lucky to have a really great group here. Well, we're really lucky here at Haverford where about 40% of our school plays a varsity sport. So there's a lot of interest in athletics, a lot of support for the needs of student athletes. And the college actually has a great policy where there are never any classes scheduled between 4 and 7 on the weekdays. So that gives our guys a great 3-hour block of time where they never have to worry about missing a practice because of class or vice versa. The majority of our weekday games in the spring are at 3:30 in the afternoon, so that 3-hour block of time means our guys don't miss much class, if any, even for games. And then we're also lucky to be in what is the strongest and deepest region in the country for Division III baseball, so we don't have to travel very far to play a national caliber schedule. And typically the longest trip we'll ever make on a weekday is about 1 hour and 15 minutes from here, and most of our midweek away games are about 45 minutes or less from campus. So we're never wasting time on the road. We never have to pull guys out of morning classes to play an afternoon game. We feel like we have just about the perfect balance for student athletes, and we feel like our guys are in class a lot more than baseball players just about any other place you'll find. And that little bit of difference makes a huge difference over the course of 4 years. We try to be super aggressive with everything that we do. Everything that we do is about trying to put as much pressure on the other team as possible, and we try to do it in a variety of different ways. We feel like we kind of cut our guys loose to fly around the field and make plays. It's a fun style of baseball that I think our guys really enjoy. We want to make sure that we're able to give our guys the kind of freedom to make plays on the field because it's their college baseball experience. You know, as coaches, we've played our baseball already, and we really don't want to micromanage what our guys are doing on the field, and we're dealing with a lot of really smart guys. So if we've done our job well enough, we will have prepared our guys to know how to think for themselves on the field so that they can be successful in just about any situation that comes up during a game. We have a really collaborative group of guys. They do a tremendous job of trying to help bring the best out of each other, and it's a very supportive kind of group, and I think that's a big reason for the development of our players. Another thing about our style of play is that we take what we do seriously without taking ourselves too seriously, and I think that's an important distinction to make. Obviously we want to win, we're very organized, very structured, but we want to make sure that our guys are having fun on the field too. You know, to have a great experience at the college level, you need to win games, but we want to win games the right way and make sure that our guys are having a lot of fun on the field. So our roster size is typically 28 to 30 guys, and that may not seem small to many high school students, but the average roster size in our league is almost 40, and there are a lot of Division III baseball programs that have 45 plus student athletes on their team. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that anybody who's on our roster has a role and a way to contribute, and that they're going to feel like all the time and energy they're investing year-round is worthwhile. But when you have a smaller roster, you need everybody to contribute. So we put a premium on player development, and it's really important for us to make sure that we can, as a coaching staff, put our players in position where we can maximize what each of them is able to offer in the spring. We run a year-round developmental program. We have an amazing strength and conditioning staff. We have all the resources we need here to help our guys find out how good they can become. And I think we create a really good environment that's kind of focused on a growth mindset where our guys are constantly challenging themselves to get a little bit better every day. Well, the recruiting process for us starts with the academic profile. At a selective institution like Haverford, we need to find student athletes who are going to fit the parameters our admission office is looking for. Beyond that, we're looking for really competitive guys who want to win games at the college level and who are very selfless in that they not only want to find out how good they can be, but they want to help bring others around them along as well. And we really have that, and it's been a great team dynamic for us. We've seen a lot of success with the player development efforts that we have. If you're good enough to play professional baseball, I think the structure of what we do has proven that we're able to help our guys have opportunities there. We've had 3 guys drafted, including back-to-back 8th-round draft picks. We had another student athlete sign as a non-drafted free agent and play for 2 years in the Dodgers organization. We really do try to make sure that we're developing our players with the next level in mind, and we're really fortunate to have a lot of guys who genuinely want to see how good they can be. Another thing we look for in potential recruits here for Haverford is that we see ourselves as one of the primary alternatives to Ivy League baseball. So we're looking for student athletes who have Ivy League caliber ability academically and athletically, and may have the opportunity to play at one of those places, but are really looking for an opportunity to play right away, to make a big impact for 4 years, and to feel like they've been in a place where they can leave their mark. And a lot of our better players are guys who've had some, Division I opportunities, but, decided to come to Haverford because they felt like they were going to be able to play more and have the kind of balance in their academic and athletic experience. So we've come a long way as a program, and for the last decade or more now, we've been built to compete for conference championships. We've won 3 of the recent conference championships. We've been in the NCAA tournament 3 times. We've been one of the better teams in our region and one of the better teams in the country for a while now. But the goal now for our program is to break into that next phase of the evolution of our program, which for us is, we want to get to the Division III World Series. We want to really cement ourselves as a top 10 Division III baseball program year in and year out. And that's what we're working towards right now. The guys in our program are pretty excited about that kind of vision, and it's obviously really important for anybody coming into our program that they want to play a big role in that as well. At a small liberal arts college like Haverford, relationships are really important, and I think the best aspect of the relationships here is that the relationships last a lot longer than the 4 years of college. Our guys are going to remain closely tied to each other, the college, and our program for many years to come, and that kind of dynamic has paid big dividends for us in a lot of ways. We have alums who've graduated 20, 30, 40 years ago who still care a lot about the college and want to help our student athletes in a variety of different ways. So we have alums who will give our guys career advice, give them timelines, and help them understand what it takes to break into a certain industry. We have a lot of alums working in Major League Baseball front offices, and a big part of that is not just because Haverford does a great job of preparing our guys academically and giving them the skill set that sort of aligns with what Major League organizations are looking for, but the alums who have worked in that organization or in that industry have done a really good job of reaching out to our current student athletes, showing them the ropes, and helping them understand the important steps that need to be taken in order to break into an industry like that. So I don't have a lot of hobbies. I really have invested a lot of time and energy into this program in Haverford for more than 20 years now, but outside of coaching, I really just love spending time with my family. My wife and I have 2 young daughters, and they're growing up now and getting to the point where they're starting to have their own sports careers and starting to dabble a little bit in various sports, and really enjoy just watching them have some fun on various fields and courts right now.